Hello, this is the Sharaba V Tarot channel. I'm your host, Sergio Pickles. Before I begin, I want to shout out Lilo Vanity, a constant beacon of feminine strength. My readings are based on your Vedic Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let us begin. I am a servant of the great work, not its master. If you find my reading helpful, donate to nobabyblisters.com. If you need further assistance, check the description box for the contact method. Today, I will be reading for the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And I will finish up with Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. So picking up from where we left off at the end of December, Capricorn, you had the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So you were giving a little bit of thought to a decision that was going to work out in your favor either way. And you are currently living in emotional, tangible, and abundance. And the Wheel of Fortune showed that you were having a bit of balance. One moment. So, again, Capricorn, you had the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, and Two of Wands. So, the Three of Pentacles. So, with the Three of Pentacles, Capricorn, it seems like there's a skill or something that you have been taking to the anvil. So, there's something that you've been developing. You've been trying to cooperate. You may be being a little bit too self-reliant, and this is kind of a card from the team around you. You have been working with people. You have been keeping your patience. You have been displaying some good characteristics of a good teammate. And this card really represents that people are grateful for how you've been behaving with the team, Capricorn. So basically, this is a moment of appreciation. And you see how you're focused on what you're doing and you're not bothering anybody. The hammer's up. There's the Three of Pentacles behind you. Those pentacles are really your teammates, and they really have got your back. You've shown that you've had theirs, and they're grateful for how you are working within a team. Right now, Capricorn, the Magician card. So there's something you want to manifest. There's something you've got your eye on. You are ready to pull a rabbit out of your hat. And one thing when I get the Magician card is its number is noted as the 1. It's the first step to a manifestation. The difference between the Magician card and the Fool card is the Fool card is a little bit more optimistic, but they're not really looking at the realistic, tangible options that they have. So the Fool can have unrealistic expectations, where the Magician knows what it's capable of, it knows what it takes, and it does what it takes to metaphorically pull the rabbit out of the hat. So for example, if you're about to start saving up to make a big purchase in June, you have your eye on the prize and you can do it. The only thing the Magician needs to be ready for is, although you've got your eyes on the rabbit that you pull out of your hat, there's going to be some footwork involved as well. So you've got to make sure that you don't drop the hat. You got to make sure that you are stepping in the way to move towards your manifestation, not away from it. Because even though you are fascinated by this new idea, this new eureka moment that you've had, but you also have to make sure that you stay grounded and consider that oftentimes there are going to be hiccups when you plan a goal as well. But it does look like you are manifesting something special, Capricorn, and the Queen of Cups. So it's the Queen of Cups is basically imagination. There's something that you've been idolizing. There's a situation that you hope goes in your favor. And this is being a buyer or seller of the fantasy. And it looks like with this magician card, it looks like you're the buyer of the fantasy. So there's something that you've been imagining and you really think you can bring to fruition. And I have your back too, but the challenge is to act with compassion and empathy. What are you going to be willing to give up? What are you going to be willing to take time away from to bring this, whatever this magician, whatever you're trying to manifest to fruition? Because it's Queen of Cups saying, all right, I'm with you, but make sure that when you're being the buyer, the seller of a fantasy, you act with compassion and empathy and consider how the people at the bottom of the cell, you see how this cup that she's sitting in is kind of like, you see this kind of the spinal cord, and this cup is basically the idea. And this Queen of Cups is saying that while you're looking at what you're going to have in your own hand, make sure that you aren't forgetting the people around you. They could be your children, it could be your significant other, it could be your parents, it could be anyone around you. Make sure that you're balancing what fantasy you're trying to bring to reality to what actually already exists. Next, I will be moving to Taurus. And last time the Taurus had the Ten of Cups, so you had reached the end of the rainbow. You were in abundance. And then you had the World card and Judgment. So looks like there was some sort of acceptance of situations that you were going through, Taurus. And the challenge was not to be bullheaded and beat a dead horse, but really focus on what Judgment has still presented you with, because the way Judgment works is it doesn't take something without giving something back. The challenge for you at the end of December was to not cry over spilled milk. So let's see how that's going. One moment. Oh, Taurus. So let's see what's going on with my Taurus. Ooh, Android calf. The King of Swords. So stubbornness, you're still being stubborn. So Taurus, last time you ended off with the World card and the Judgment card, and the King of Swords is saying, whatever you're trying to, give it up. So it's a card of harmony and objective. You are ready to make a decision, and it's time to give up the indecision, and you need to trust yourself. It seems like you've been feeling nervous, but it's a good thing. You are having a period of uncertainty right now, Taurus, because the thing about growth is this found outside of the comfort zone. Whatever you are being pulled to do or pulled away from, it's outside of the comfort zone. And you see the King of Swords, he's kind of standing there impatiently. You can kind of see him tapping his foot, and it's time to accept that growth is found outside of your comfort zone. And whatever you're overthinking about, it's time to get out of your head about it and actually begin to take action. The King of Swords actually is a prerequisite to the Wand series. So the series of Wands, so the Two of Wands, three, and kind of starts whatever you're trying to manifest. But right now, you're a little bit timid to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're being actually a little more emotional. Maybe you're actually being a little more self-reliant. But the King of Swords is kind of confirmation that you can do it. No use overthinking about it, because you're only going to push yourself into anxiety, which it seems like you have had a little bit of recently, Taurus. And it's time to get out of your head and begin to take action. The Fool card. Yes, this is actually a good energy to have right after the Swords, because it's just actually to be a little bit more optimistic on the outcomes, Taurus. So you see this bag right here, it can be one of two things. It could be you moving away from baggage or negative thoughts, or it could be your skill set. So whatever you have your eyes on, whatever is trying to spur you into action, you actually have what you need to reach your goal. And it's better to take it's calling you to, the King of Swords is actually to be a little bit more optimistic on the outcomes based on the skill sets and what you've been through, your experience, whatever makes you, Taurus. You absolutely can do it. You just need to be a little bit more optimistic on the outcomes. And then you have the King of Cups. So it's sensitivity, it's grace. You need to be open-minded to ideas, and you need to offer your emotional stability to others. So I'm feeling right now, Taurus, that there is someone you can hug. You can hug someone and make them feel so much better, Taurus. This King of Swords is really kind of self-focused, and you don't realize just how much your presence, Taurus, really affects positively someone else. And you really are a great leader, and you need to make sure that you're treating, while you're getting ready to embark on this new journey, this new year, make sure that you express sensitivity when it's time to express sensitivity, and you give yourself grace. So realizing that none of us are perfect, Taurus. I mean, at the end of the day, you are an earth sign just like Virgo. While you may not be as perfection focused as the Virgo, Taurus, you really don't like missing your mark either. So make sure that you are giving yourself grace in the things that you do. Moving on to Virgo. So you had the Eight of Wands, the Emperors, and the Lovers. So Virgos, last time the message to you all was that there was either a father figure, a male figure, an older person who influenced your life that was extremely proud of the person you have become. You got the Eight of Wands, you had a lot of positive energy, and the Emperor just stood up to clap for you, just to take a moment to say, hey, keep going forward, because you ended off with the Lovers card. And I think the Lovers card for you, Virgo, with you all being a virgin, means that you probably have been getting a little more sensual recently, Virgo, which is perfectly fine. We're not going to talk about it, but the Emperor card was really either a male figure that's currently in your life or one that passed away that was extremely proud of you, Virgo. So if you have a relative that has been coming to mind, whether they have passed away or still with us, you're thinking of them not because you're disappointing them. They just want you to know that even though they have either passed on or not have taken an active role in your life, that they are still equally proud of you and the woman or male that you have become, Virgo. Moving on to today's reading. Nine of Wands. So doing good. You've got a lot of wands. The Nine of Wands is you're nearing completion. You've been beaten, battered, and bruised. That's why the Emperor card came out, because you've also been taking some hard time. A part of you feels like giving up. You had the Eight of Wands last time as well. So a part of you is giving up, but you have not given up yet. And with you getting the Nine of Wands, I implore you to push through. When walking through fiery halls, the only option to keep moving. While you might not be at a moment of, you might be doing a little bit of self-reflection as well, like, hey, I deserve better. Hey, I know me better than anyone. But what these Nine of Wands are saying is they're giving support to what you got going on. So if there's a goal that you feel like you can't reach, you are nearing completion, and this is a card of releasing pain and also remembering that the only way out is through. So if you've made it this far into manifesting something, you're kind of upset about it. Maybe it could be a car breaking down. It could be a purchase going through. You could have tried to buy a house a few times and it didn't work out. But whatever you are trying to manifest for yourself, the Nine of Wands means that you are moving in the right direction. And even though the goal is currently cloudy and misty, you are still on your way to a feeling of fulfillment. You don't feel that feeling of fulfillment just yet, and you're kind of iffy on how it's going to turn out. But this Nine of Wands coming out first means that you are headed in the correct direction. The Tower moment. Dun, dun, dun. So the Tower moment is a terrible feeling. The Tower moment is represented by the number 16, Virgo. There was something that you wanted to just blow out of the water, and it's not going to go that way. You may be headed towards the Tower moment. You got the Emperor last time, and you have the Tower moment this time. You might be looking to, it's not good. It's basically an upheaval. There's going to be a shock or change coming in your environment. It could be personally, it could be professionally, it could be a relationship, but there's a Tower moment. There's going to be a large amount of negative emotion headed towards you. And I wouldn't let it derail whatever you have going on with the Nine of Wands, but sometimes to get to what we deserve, the manifestations, we must give up something. And this is the energy of ripping the Band-Aid off, ripping the bandage off, and it hurts like hell. You can see the skin. It's going to create a scalp. It's going to be a memorable moment for all the wrong reasons. You are headed towards a Tower moment. The best thing you can do is stay grounded in yourself and remember that you have to survive. Three of Pentacles. So going to be Virgo, you have to play with the team. So I know Virgos tend to be kind of self-reliant and kind of the diva, being the, yourself, Virgo. But with this three of Pentacles energy that you're getting right after this Tower moment, you're going to be headed towards a celebration. You're going to grow spiritually from whatever you are about to go through. And with this Three of Pentacles, you're going to have to cooperate more with the team around you. And you may have had trouble with teamwork in the past, but we do appreciate you for being a team player. And whatever this Tower moment, you don't need to retreat into yourself or blame yourself. You're getting the Three of Pentacles because you actually have people in your corner that you can talk to, people to spend time with when things aren't going your way. And it's best that you actually begin to go out with your friends. So don't be down in the dumps if something didn't go your way. Feel free to pick up the phone, call someone, let someone know exactly how you feel. And you have the support of the people around you, and people are grateful for you. So even though you're going to be extremely hard on yourself during this Tower moment, remember that life is a team sport. That is it for my Earth signs. Let us move to the fire sign. So last time the Sagittarius, you got the Three of Cups, the Hermit, the Death card. So with you getting the Three of Cups, last time you all were living it up. So there was something that you all were celebrating. It might have just been making it to the Sagittarius season. And Right after you got the Three of Cups, that celebration, you were being asked to go into the hermit mode. So spend a little time in self-reflection, spend a time really connecting deeper with your inner self, because you do have the reading end off with the death card. So it means that you were headed towards transformation. So celebration, a moment to self-reflect, and the death card. And what was going to make this transformation hurt was only if you began to over socialize. So Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, it's manifestation. So there's been a focused effort. You've been focusing on self-care and searching for inner growth. So it looks like you did take that time to retreat. And although you may open your eyes and it seems as nothing has changed, you need to give yourself some time to for your environment to reflect the growth that you chose. So it seems like you have made it through that transformation card and have made it to a point of focusing your efforts somewhere. So while there might have been some reservation, there might have been some self-doubt. So this tentacle here for you right now, Sagittarius, represents self-doubt, but there's your emotions. You've been holding your emotions steady and pushing and having focused effort towards yourself and really searching for inner growth, and you have found that inner growth. And even though nothing has changed through that spiritual growth, give it some time. The growth will slowly start to reflect in the environment around you. So slowly these reservations, these tentacles will release you, and you're going to be able to move forward with your spiritual growth, and you'll be able to see in the environment around you. Moving into the Four of Pentacles. So control, you tend to be stubborn. So you're being stubborn. With this Four of Pentacles, someone may have asked to borrow something or your opinion and you decline. And Spirit's saying, why would you do that? So it seems like you've been having a resistance to change and results in immobility. You've had something that you have given an absolute no to, and it is a fear of inadequacy. So you feel like whatever you were going to give this person wouldn't have been valued, and it might have felt like something you needed, but Spirit is asking, why would you decline someone to help? We sent someone to ask you something or do something for you, and you have turned them away. And this resistance to change results in immobility. So because you could be heading towards a hanged man moment or a moment of immobility, just because you had a moment to be generous, or you were supposed to be generous at a moment and you did not do that. So because of this stubbornness, make sure that you're taking a tender approach to the people around you. At the end of the day, Sagittarius, you are a fire sign, and I know it's nice to sit on that high horse, but it feels so much better when you can reach down and help someone, and that's what you were called to do. And there's a little bit of immobility right now for your manifestation for how you're currently treating others. I would suggest being a little more kind. But if you do, you can end up with this is why you're in the Knight of Wands. So right now you went from the Four of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands, which means you're restless. So you're giving someone more of what they do not appreciate will not make someone appreciate you more. So for example, you might be trying to get a message like, hey, I am fond of you over to a person, but the way that you're delivering the message isn't getting across to the other person because it's just not being delivered the right way. You're restless because that emotion that you're trying to portray isn't getting to the other person. So the challenge is to stop expecting you from other people. So you might have given someone a gift and it was a gift that you would like, but it really showed a lack of concern. That's why you got the Four of Pentacles. You tried to make a good attempt at something, and the person, and it was like you got the, oh, you shouldn't have. You thought that they would just be elated with what you got them, and you didn't. You did not get that response because you were looking at it from your perspective, and you probably need to be more observant of this person that you want approval from. So that was Sagittarius. Next, we're going to move into Leo. My Leos. Last time you all got the Five of Cups, so it looks like you were pouting, you were upset, you weren't really feeling you were not feeling in the Sagittarius season, Leo. So you had the Five of Cups. There was something that you wanted to make feel away. There was something you wanted to go your way, and it just did not. And the challenge was to look at the cups that were upright. So if you were going through a breakup, the challenge was to spend more time with family. If you were having disagreement with family, the challenge was to spend more time with friends. And that was what you were being called to do, because there was something there was a disagreement that happened between you and someone in your life, disagreements. You had some extremely hurt feelings, but they were just hurt feelings. And the challenge was to be grateful for things that you did have going your way. You left off with the Ace of Wands, which meant that you're probably about to start a new journey going into this new year. And let's see how that's going, Leo. Four of Pentacles, kind of like, this is kind of ironic that you also got the same card that the Sagittarius got. It looks like you control. You tend to be stubborn with the skill or material possession. It's just someone asked to borrow something, someone asked something of you, and you did not meet their expectations when you could have. It might have been lack of concern for the other individual. It might have just been plain out resistance to change. So it seems like you made an inadequate offering to someone, and this Four of Pentacles is a card of control. It seems like you're being stubborn about the situation still. So last time you got the Five of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. It seems like you are getting even more stuck in your way, Leo. So it looks like there's a battle going on and your pride is winning and you feel like you should got your way, but you have to remember that sometimes rejection is redirection. I say that because you being stuck on what didn't go your way means that you didn't focus on what you have. So while this Four of Pentacles is focused on what's in his hand, it seems like you are jumping up and down on the one situation that didn't go your way when you still have two stable pentacles. Three of Cups. So you're headed towards a moment of celebration, a time of sharing spiritual growth, momentum. This is outright bar mitzvah party energy. With this Three of Cups, you are currently happy. Your divine feminine within yourself is receiving enough attention for you, male or female, and you are really feeling very well physically, and you're going into 2024 feeling really good in the direction that you're going. Nothing really bad to say about the Three of Cups, but you definitely do deserve this celebration. And again, the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, the King of Swords is asking, why are you still thinking about the situation, Leo? Like, don't ruin your own party. Don't ruin your own moment of joy by thinking of the few things that did not go your way. I know when you're a Leo, you feel like the king or the queen of the jungle. If all of the animals don't bow down, well, okay. Some of the animals did bow down, and you have to don't spend your time looking at one group that doesn't like you. Focus on the people that do appreciate you, do show you love, do those things that make you feel the way that you want to feel, and you'll feel a lot better, Leo. I know you all are the leader, but sometimes the best leaders are followers. So you should follow what feels good instead of trying to go against the grain and make things happen out of sheer stubbornness. So Leos, you got Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups, So last time, there was something you had to give up. There was something that you had to take a time out from. Next, I'm speaking to my Aries. So if you have a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Aries, you had the World card, the Eight of Pentacles. So there was something you're planning, you're organizing, you're implementing. So you had a lot of diligence and focus, and you're probably over excelling. There was something you were dropping the ball on, something that you could have been doing slightly better of, and you were at risk of reaching the Devil card. So there was something that you were literally forced to give up. And that's never a good feeling. But it's better to give something up than fall prey to an addiction, whether it be something good for you or bad for you. We oftentimes have to take a step back because it's about appreciation. So, celebration. So, the Three of Cups. This is also a moment of celebration. So, it looks like a time of shared spiritual growth. So, it looks like you are supposed to take this, whatever party that began in December, take it on through January, baby. You're feeling good. Whatever you're doing, Aries, you're doing good. I think you did learn a lesson from the Devil card, and the Devil is rewarding you with the momentum to carry you towards certain manifestations. And you also are experiencing a moment of sharing your spiritual growth with those around you. This is a very good card of celebration coming out of that Devil card energy that you had leaving December. And the Queen of Swords has your back. So there might be someone in your life showing you a lot of love, a lot of attention, and you are liking it. So this Queen of Swords is clear perception. This card also encourages direct communication. So this card is really encouraging you to make sure that you're not making assumptions on how other people feel about you. Make sure that you are having direct communication with the people that care about you, because this Queen of Swords has your back. And although, because you never know, you might be assuming that the feeling isn't mutual, but it is. And I'm not going to say too much for the Queen of Swords, because there's some female characteristic in your life that needs your attention or wants your attention, and you want to give it to them or don't mind. Go ahead and have that conversation. The Hanged Man. So there's a little bit of stagnation. So there's going to be some stagnation for you headed into March and April. So there's going to be a step back. There's going to be a heavy slowdown where the energy of November, December felt fast and heavy, hot and ready. It's definitely about to cool down into the Hangman. It's going to just be a back and forth. And I know when you have Aries placements, you want to reach a resolution. You want clear answers. But this is the card of slowing down, making sure that you have the proper perspective, making sure that you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. I know that there is a little bit of impulsive energy with Aries, but make sure that you're settling into what's going on around you. And so be prepared for a heavy slowdown. If you are expecting to receive news, big news this March and April, it's not going to happen. You're going into the hangman, and the answer to whatever question you're currently asking yourself is wait. Thank you for visiting the Sharaba V Tarot channel. I'm your host, Sergio Pickles. Thanks for visiting. Again, check if you found my reading helpful, check out the description box and support No Baby Blisters. Goodbye.